Good afternoon. Welcome to uh, this talk on ethics, very relevant to your IAS readiness. Let's see what we can talk today and what we can see. The VIP culture the other day, when the lady in Mumbai shouted at the people, including the minister, who were blocking the road for an hour or so, and lots of people protesting uh, because of the Nari Vandan bill that could not pass the parliament. Now, there are two, three things. We talk about a lot of things like war as unethical, corruption as unethical. Then we also have trade deals which are unethical. We also look at red tapism as unethical, but at a smaller level, there are a lot of ethics issues which are not taken care. We only look at it from the legal framework and not through the human framework. So today we'll mix both, since we've spoken enough about the war and how the tariffs that have been applied or forced on the world is unethical, or how attack on civilians during war is unethical, both sides. How the whole economy of the world is stuck at the Strait of Hormuz, and how it is unethical, or how the US is trying to force people not to take oil from Russia or not to take it from Iran, and take it from them, which is monopolistic and unethical, and so on and so forth. But I am talking of the ethics that affect the human. So the lady in question on the other day, who was protesting or shouting at the top of her voice, yes, she would have been using abusive words, which was wrong. But think of a situation when in a metropolitan city which is clogged with traffic jams in peak hours, Mumbai, Delhi, or such places, where leaders, to show their strength, come onto the roads, block them, and cause inconvenience to the travelers, the people who commute. So they reach office late, or they reach their businesses late, causing a large revenue loss apart from the time that they have wasted and the psychological tension or stress that they go through on the road stuck, that they are not able to reach on time, especially in Mumbai, where time is of essence. People usually go on time to their offices, to their businesses, and they are worried if there is some reason, however big the person might be, who is stopping them from going to their office, they protest. It is not like any other city. Mumbai's ethical conscience is slightly higher, and they would protest against anybody if he or she is wrong and causing some civic trouble on the roads. And that is what this lady did. She might have abused the minister. She should not have done it, but maybe there is a cause for her rage, that she was going for some urgent work which we do not know. But wasting other people's time on the commuters' time on the road is not a very ethical situation, just to show somebody or the powers to be that you are protesting against the Nari Vandan bill or any other bill. So lots of lakhs of people coming on the road and blocking the roads. So this is something that is unethical. There are other unethical issues also, like these days the use of AI has seen that ethics is not followed in AI and the usage of AI. So people would pass off AI generated content as content of their own, not ethical. So there are a lot of plagiarism issues when books reach Amazon, showing that they are mostly content from AI. The second is, even in research papers, we find these days more content which is generated by AI, not ethical. Third is, and we have seen in like boards like IB, where the assignments when submitted are subjected to a rigorous check, and after the check, if it is found that the content is AI generated or plagiarized, then the student fails. So India also is slightly behind, but getting into this. So the height of looking at ethics from punishing students as failed because the content is not theirs, whereas in India we are lenient. So that is also not ethics, because any original content is desired in a place where it is desired. In case you are trying to replicate that with AI generated content, then it is unethical. Or like in Amazon, again they say that if it is AI generated, please say it is AI generated. So you are at least ethical in the sense that if you have done something, you are saying that you are doing it. So within the human framework and not the legal framework, I am concerned about the legal framework, but that is not the only framework where we should look ethics into. So if we are looking at the human framework, then the way that we cheat, the way that we use things which are not meant to be used by us, the way in which we spoil our monuments, the way in which we think that public property is our property and misuse it, and so on and so forth, are reflections of our unethical behavior, even though they might not be legally operable. But the reason why I am saying this is, let's look at ethics from a viewpoint, or a larger viewpoint, or a 360-degree viewpoint, where anything which does not make legal sense but is unethical should also be come under the ambit of ethics, because your socialization that happens, your upbringing that happens, your telephone conversations of your parents, of our parents, asking the kid to say that he is not at home while he is at home, or some things like that, we force our kids to become unethical by modeling ourselves in front of them, and then we say that you please don't do this, whereas we are modeling as unethical people, and the kids know this. They are smart enough to know that your behavior is unethical. These days kids have started saying that to their parents that this behavior is unethical, because they know, they have the courage to talk to their parents what is right and what is wrong within their perception. So I think it's a larger issue and needs to be discussed, and it needs comprehensive discussion in as far as your civil services is concerned. Ethics is a paper, so you should be looking at it from a detailed perspective. The question here at the end of my talk is, what are the ethical issues that you think are faced outside the ambit of the legal framework, and how do you plan to mitigate it? So this is something that is a homework for all of you. Thank you very much.